So I was kind of talking to my therapist the other day, trying to understand like the experiences that are happening to me or have happened. So I had my life prior to my brother passing that was one way, and I thought that everything was great, but I apparently had rose colored glasses on, and there was a lot more going on that I didn't really see, didn't notice, didn't pay attention to. Probably mostly because my brain wanted to protect me from that situation and the people that were around me at the time. So now that I'm like coming out of that and I'm creating this new me and my new reality, I'm, I kind of sit here sometimes and I'm torn between the way things used to be versus the way things are going versus where I'm at in this moment, that sometimes just feels like I've halted. Other times I feel like it's speeding up so quick. What do I do? And I keep doing this like back and forth. So while I was sitting there kind of talking to the therapist, trying to put it into words, the only thing I could think of is it's like a factory reset. So I was created one way. I got the apps, I got everything that other people felt I needed to have in the moment. And then what I felt I needed for safety and in the moment in the situation that I was at. So as I was going through my healing process, as I was kind of going through by looking at my past and looking at some of these faulty things that I was taught that weren't accurate. Like I was taught a lot, like only one person could thrive. So if someone else is really good at it, then you might as well just give up because you're not going to compete with them because they're the good ones at it. So you got to find something else. Which I know is faulty. We can all be good at different things. We all have different talents and we all do things our own unique way. And it's embracing that uniqueness. So these are the things I'm learning. These are the things I'm like diving into, pulling out those things that don't serve me, the things that I realized I kind of always thought were me, but they were actually somebody else in my life that I took on and I owned because it wasn't always the best thing, and I wanted to protect everybody else around me. So I took everybody's yuck. And so as I'm learning and I'm kind of like going through the apps and go delete, 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 it's kind of like I went factory reset. Like we're resetting, we're starting everything over. But as we're doing this reset, I'm trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And what I realized tonight, what kind of got my epiphany or what my higher self was kind of telling me, or maybe it was I'm pretty sure it was my higher self. I keep factory resetting. So I'm like, I think I got this and this is great. And I feel like I got it. I feel like I got these epiphanies going on. And then I go, maybe I'm wrong. Let me factory reset. Let me try all over. And it's like, no, I need to stop. So I don't know if anybody else is going through it, which is why I wanted to kind of share my thoughts. We only want a factory reset one time, not 102. And it's a matter of going through those things and of which apps did we have? What were those thoughts that we had? Because we had to have that inventory, right? So before you factory reset, you have to go through and have that inventory. What were those thoughts? What were those things? And then as you're going through, then you factory reset and go, was this one that I needed? Is this one that I don't need anymore? Is this one that I need? Is this one that I don't need anymore? And so as you're going through it and kind of pulling, kind of not necessarily pulling over, because I see it as you're downloading it again, right? So you're creating it all over in the environment that you're in. Because even if they're traits that we like, they don't fit in the same capacity as they did previously. Because everything, at least for me, everything I wasn't reality. There was so much lies and betrayal and manipulation. There was so much stuff that just didn't make sense. There was so much stuff that I was told that I'm like, I don't even know if this is true. Like, I'm told a lot of people are certain ways, but as I sit and look, and I'm like, it's very judgy, and I don't want to be that judgy. And I want to get away from judgment. So learning how to navigate through that, learning how to create those new apps, or going through, maybe there was a certain app that worked in the moment, but as you go through, like, here's the traits that I need, and here's all this stuff was, but instead of it being this one, it needs to be this new one. I think I was talking to my my therapist, and I was saying how you need a slight level of self-doubt. She was trying not to laugh at me, but I'm like, right? Isn't it self-doubt? And she's like, no, it's actually self-awareness. And I'm like, yeah. She goes, yeah, you don't need self-doubt, you need self-awareness. So you're aware of what's going on. It's not the doubt. And I'm like, oh yeah. Because that's how a lot of things were created for me. That's how a lot of things that I saw kind of the negative stuff, but there's positive to it too. So I have to take what those negative were and switch it to the positive. So I don't need the self-doubt, but I need the self-awareness. I need to know when I'm heading down a direction that's not working. I need to know when I'm doing things that don't feel right because it's not me, it's somebody else. And I just think that it works for somebody else. And so I want to try to make it mine, but it's not really mine. So I need that awareness so I can go, no, this one's not mine. Ooh, but if I take what they're doing and I take what they're doing and I mix it, it becomes something that's a little bit more of me, because this feels comfortable and this feels comfortable, but that doesn't. So I'm going to take what feels comfortable so I can own it and make it a part of me. So that was just my thought through healing. So I wanted to share with everybody. So, all right. Sending love. Bye, everybody. Have a nice night.